Hello and welcome to the 2023 World Championships presented by LL Bean. This is our third major of the year out of 4. We're watching our FPO feature card on the back 9 here. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hot geese.
Honk. It is rainy out there if you can't tell by the B-roll. It's also just a country music fest based on our new music here, which I'm a very big fan of.
Yes, we love it so much. It's beautiful Vermont countryside, although it has been very soggy during our practice week and during the first 9 holes of this event so far. But look at Kristin. It hasn't affected her at all.
Flawless, bogey-free 5 down.
Missy with 1 blemish during the torrential downpour, a double bogey on the most difficult hole of the day, hole 8. Everyone else on the lead card, though, figuring that one out, taking a par. Paige with a super clean front 9 as well. Owen wanting to pick up some birdie strokes on the back.
Hole 10, it is a par 3 downhill, 410-foot hole. Definitely reachable, really tight fairway here. These little apple trees on the right really prevent the flex line, so you need a late flip. So you throw straight, try to flip it a little bit late, try to get it to fade back and land softly in the wood chips. Or just throw like dead straight. You see a lot of fairway drivers, you see distance drivers. I'm not really seeing any mids or anything. You're seeing high speed typically.
Yeah, I pulled one out today, and then once you get on the tee pad, it's a little bit more downhill than comfortable, especially with the wet conditions. Paige super yanking this one right.
Yeah, I would say early right is probably the most common mistake, but that was definitely exaggerated. But again, these conditions are tough.
Look at that nice gentle turn on the disc. Coming in hot, but thankfully catches a tree. I think that was a friendly kick.
Mm-hmm. Kristin kind of just looks like a
soaked
wet puppy.
Yeah, everyone is just drenched.
I don't know why her more than the others. Missy trying to flip one up. Gets some fade. It's just fine, though, for a par play.
Kristin seems like the type that would just like walk around without her umbrella and be like, yes, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine. Oh, and going super flex shot. Gets it to keep turning just in time to miss those early fairway trees. Gets all the distance she has down to circle 2.
Paige with a lot of work left to do to save her par. She's going to have to go a turnover here. That's looking pretty. Wow. And Paige has shown us this all around, that she is able to recover.
Oh, and just a jump putt up to the green. You don't want to go too aggressive on the screen. It does go slightly downhill. And then those wood chips, even though they do help with soaking up the mud, they're very slippery, so you can't come in too hot.
Missy just in a puddle, covered in hay. Look at her.
The wetland.
Just squelching her way up.
Kristin with the only look inside the circle on our feature card. Little right side, 20% of the field getting it. That's higher than I was expecting. So many people. Oh, I'm on the wrong.
Classic.
Classic.
Owen with a solid par putt there. Yeah, this one can't have too high of a percentage, I would imagine, for birdie.
%. All right. With the 15% taking bogeys as well. Playing right at even par for the field.
Looking like a bunch of pars here for our feature card. And they'll just squelch their way down to the next one.
Yeah, very muddy on these paths between holes. It's truly impressive how much it continues to rain out here. Just even light drizzles all day.
And man, I'm just going to say one more time that Paige's second shot on that hole was unbelievable.
So good.
I absolutely love this hole.
Yeah, hole 11 is so much fun. 620 feet, all downhill. This tee shot is so exciting because there's such a large margin for error. If you throw it good, it can get so far down there, and if you error just a tiny bit or show the angle of your disc that you're not trying, it can go so far left or right. Early right is the worst place to be. Early left is not great, but there is a false fairway over there that you can work your way down. You want to throw something more straight than anything. Going too far right on a forehand line is not great, and hyzering out left is also not ideal. So straight is good. I think we'll see a lot of putters and mids, just anything low and straight you're happy with. And if you can just get it on the ground in the middle of the fairway, you can birdie it easily.
So you're not trying to get around the corner to the right at all when you say straight?
It so easily filters right into the woods, and then there's nothing.
Sure. Okay.
You want it to
I like to get just around the corner and get a little bit of turn after you hit that initial gap. I do think the backhand can get farther down there than the sidearm can. But you're not wrong. If you throw it straight, you can definitely get there. But I think it just baits you into throwing like this whole course. That's the trick.
Like Kristin might be a little too far right. We'll see what she has to work with. There's some gaps over there, but there's a little wall that if you go anywhere near the wall, you're struggling.
That's true.
That's a great shot.
This is like my favorite line, what Missy is doing here with her Big Z Mantis. You hit the gap and then get that late turn.
Yeah, I think the backhand is honestly the better play.
I think so too.
Hole.
Mm-hmm.
Just looks like a forehand from the tee.
It does.
Owen's still looking like she's having some pain in that hand.
Wow. But that's one of the best forehands I've seen.
Yeah, that's
by far.
So good. You can see that rock wall where the spotter is. That's where you want to avoid.
We're going to have to check in with Owen. It just seems like she's dealing with something in her fingers, wrist, or elbow. Can't tell. Paige with a wide open look on her second shot here.
Giving it all the height it needs to get there, but unfortunately just a little too high, catching some branches. Dropping her down into circle 2. Not bad, though.
Yeah, not bad at all. Missy with a similar looking shot. It's drifting a little bit left, but I think it's going to be pretty close to circle's edge. It looks like touching one of the tassels, actually, for a birdie putt.
Kristin with a nice straight shot to the green. It's a great place to error. Everything about this shot is fun as well. The tee shot's great. This shot's so fun.
I think one of the most satisfying shots to get right. Mm-hmm. Actually, the entire hole.
Yeah. Owen turning it over. It seems like she's just having some grip issues. Hopefully she's okay.
That's a solid recovery. She does catch a tree there. And Owen's going to be just outside the circle. And I think I messed up and missed Paige's pitch out from the woods.
So this is throwing 4. And once you're that deep in the woods, a bogey is okay. It's a good recovery. There's not a lot you can do.
Wow. Kristin connects on that birdie putt.
Only 20% of the 40 people on Brewster getting this birdie.
Owen shaking her hand again, missing right side.
She was having some finger pain at D-Glow on her pointer finger.
You're right.
I'm wondering if that's the same injury. Wow.
Missy looking so strong on the putting green.
Just looking comfortable and calm. What a great 3.
Owen with a bit more of a comebacker than you'd like. Just inside the circle. Misses left side.
And she's going to have to settle for a double.
Ouch.
Paige recovering for a bogey. We're doing a little mid-round check-in, a new feature here. Silva at this point going lights out. This is for her 5th birdie in a row.
And that's such a pretty drive.
Oh man, 4 in a row. And then you center cut this one. Come on.
Just about. I mean, she's a little pinch going standstill here.
Can she do it?
Wow.
My God, did she almost throw it in?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, love this little chase card check-in feature we get to do at the World Championships.
And she's going just outside the circle, coming back at it. Strong putt to go 5 in a row.
Unreal. So cool that we get to watch as well.
Yeah, looks like she's in a tie for 12th through 11. Very cool.
Hole 11 played as the 3rd most difficult hole of the day with 33% of the field with a bogey or worse. So to see 2 birdies on our feature card, cool.
Oh, sorry. Silva is tied for 2nd there.
Whoa.
That was my mistake.
That's what the
on
5 in a row
She's
got her?
a 5 in a row. She's 5 down, tied for 2nd. Look at that math. Excellent math. Hole 12, par 3, 355 feet. It's downhill, so it plays shorter. You see some mids and some fairway drivers largely. The out of bounds comes up pretty quick on the left and deep in particular. It's a little harder to find if you go deep right. You just want to throw something straight, match the angle of the hill, get a little bit of fade, but I think it kind of tricks you into throwing a hyzer, and it's a fairly straight shot with just a little bit of fade at the end.
Yeah, coming inside of that main tree, you can see that white tree is a good shot, but I kind of like playing up the right side and hyzering into the green so you don't bring that OB that Erika was talking about into play as much. Kristin kind of grip locks this one, but it gets all the way through the right side stuff and gives her a very easy chip up for par. We'll see if she runs it.
Missy, she's 2 down despite that double bogey, just coming off a great birdie, going Z-swirl buzz. A little bit too far to the right.
Making those spectators dance.
Yeah, I think a lot of us like to do what Madison said and kind of play closer to that right side and then swing in just a little bit. And Paige is going putter line challenger OS. She's going putter here. She's one of the best putter throwers we have in the game. She gets an unfortunate roll off that rock.
So mean.
Mm-hmm. It was a great shot.
So center cut.
I think she'll be surprised though where it landed. Like it should be parked. Owen going flippy yellow destroyer with too much angle. Does not get lucky through the right side.
You can hear that little grunt. Like I think she's struggling.
I think so too.
That's a bummer.
She'll have a chance to save par with that upshot. Kristin, really long look. This might be a layup here. Ooh. It actually looked like a run and a little bit of a slip. Kristin did catch herself, seems fine, but you can see the conditions are not ideal out here. Missy with a kind of a weird rock in her way. Unable to step or jump, but does give it kind of a soft run.
God, what a weird spot to land. Oh, Paige is almost the same.
A little less awkward, though.
Yeah.
Paige with a bit more normal of a stance.
She has a tendency to throw like a little Annie putt, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just laying it up.
Own about 38 feet for a par save. Yeah, she's grunting even on the putts.
Yeah,
man, you hate to see it.
Oh, no.
Kristin coming back for a par save, maintains her bogey-free round.
So many holes out here playing with that 20-60-20 spread, 20% of the field with birdies. Oh no. Paige coming up short for her par save.
Yeah, I think they really took a good look at Brewster and made it very scoreable, yet still a lot of danger for FPO. I think it's a great course for us.
You can see Paige kind of messing with her hand. Right after this rain pushed through, it got so boggy outside.
Oh, it was so humid. So
humid.
You're like hot in your jacket now.
It got really, really warm, and everyone's bundled up for like classic Vermont cold, chilly rain, but it was not cold or chilly. It was
strange.
It was just humid. Hole 13, 570 feet, the first of a couple par fours that are kind of shaped similarly. You got to throw a technical tee shot, a backhand turnover, or a forehand, and you want to land right out here in the middle somewhere. Your second shot, it kind of zigzags back, and then you have to hit this tunnel shot to the green. Being left of this tunnel and missing the entrance is brutal. It's very hard to recover from and even just save a par. This hole is awesome because it requires two very technical tee shots on really small landing zones.
This is probably one of the most satisfying birdies to get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you really earn it.
Like, I think I've gotten it once.
Yeah.
But I know I can every time.
Exactly.
It's the second most difficult hole of the day, but birdieable by anyone in the field.
Kristin throws forehand and gets a little bit caught up in that right side corner, it looks like.
These tee pads made out of pavers are generally pretty awesome, but as the day went on, they did get a little slippery with all the mud.
Missy shaping this Big Z Mantis all day in these woods. She does push a little bit too straight, but far enough where hopefully it's an easy par. I'm not sure how much access she'll have for the birdie from there.
Paige pulling it right again, but gets a friendly little kick out into the fairway.
Owen flexing one of her stable Star Destroyers a little bit early, but that corner's not a terrible place to be. Like, Owen and Kristin will likely have some gaps. This is an awkward shape. If you get too aggressive here and mess up, you're looking at a bogey at absolute best, and that's kind of...
Yeah, kind of strange to see Paige going huge here. I thought she would have just done a little layup around the corner. Yeah. We'll see what she has to work with. Being on those left side woods can be rough.
If Kristin can just get down a little bit past this bridge here, she's going to be sitting pretty. This is a pretty aggressive and powerful shot, though.
Wow.
She's putting. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Such a great forehand shot.
That is wild.
Being on the right-hand side where she is not bad either.
No, it's not. I can't believe she got... I mean, I can. I can believe she got all the way down there. It's just impressive.
We all expect it.
Whoa! Going through all of those tiny gaps?
Yeah, going through a million gaps on the right-hand side.
Yep, here's Paige on the left. She does have a gap. It's touchy, though.
Look at this sidearm.
She's a sidearm queen.
She's a genius right now.
Yes. That is amazing.
That just blew my mind.
I believe that was an ESP Force as well.
Wow, she's got it all now. Backhand straight putters and technical
what
flex sidearms.
Save.
Yeah.
And Missy actually having to line up the same gap, and a pretty good execution, though, catches the right side. Paige is scrambling so well out here and recovering when she's off the fairway. It's very impressive.
Missy with a pretty straightforward, just a little straight chip shot up to the green.
I don't know. Saucy bid. Oh, she liked it.
How'd you know?
Because it's Missy.
Yeah, that's true. That was a saucy bid. I loved it.
Owen with a really tricky look for par from this left side.
That left side is like a wall.
She finds a way out, but has to go another bogey to go 4 up, just struggling through this rain, mild injury.
Kristin with a look at birdie here.
Pretty unbelievable look from where she was. Good height, but a little bit left.
This green is pretty slopey. It's hard to be super aggressive here because it drops off pretty quickly behind the basket and to the left side.
Great par putt from Missy.
There were no birdies on the day. A little surprising, but this is a tough one to get. I think we will see some birdies on the drier conditions. Hopefully we'll see in the next days.
Yeah, I don't know if we have said that it's supposed to be quite a bit nicer the rest of the week.
50% of the field taking a par, 50% taking a bogey or worse. Yeah, I always leave this hole with a par and I feel proud. It's not a bad one.
Yeah, par's good on that hole for sure.
Kristin's 6 down, still holding tight for the lead right now. Silva and Allie Smith both with 4 downs to be in second place.
Nice. Hole 14, very different tee pad from years past. It's a par 3, 275 feet. You're just trying to throw very steeply uphill and then fade to the left. That pin is in the wood chips there. It's only 275 feet, but because you're throwing so uphill, it obviously feels like more. I think the easiest mistake to make is trying to throw a little bit too hard and kicking a right side tree. There's that one kind of fairway tree you gotta miss.
It's so technical. It sets up really nice for a backhand flex if you've got it. But uphill, that can be a tough shot to manage the angles.
Mm-hmm.
Circle 1 is a great place to land.
Yeah,
The screen is so difficult to access.
Kristin with that Orbit St. Pro, it looked like it was going to scoot right into the circle, but it just kind of hit a root and stayed just outside. But it's a great shot.
Missy pushing that right side about as hard as you can.
Mm-hmm. She gets inside the circle.
It's hard to throw a hyzer on this shot.
It is. Yeah, you could see how she was challenging those trees for sure.
Paige with her classic flex backhand that she's so good at.
Yeah, I think it does call for that slight flex. This is beautiful. I mean, obviously there's multiple ways to get there, but I think that's probably the safest one.
Yep.
That was her Z Sparkle Force. And, oh man, I said own bogey the last one, and Geese are tired and bad at math, so I just apologize, folks. But thanks for, bearing with us. Own having a rough go of it, though. She's going to be early left. It can be pretty brutal in here.
Another great recovery shot from Own, though. It is really tough over there, and to get even a look.
Long look. Own coming up short on that par save. Kristin just outside the circle for a birdie. Give it to her.
Wow. Beefing up those circle 2 stats.
Oh, I'm glad we get to see it from this angle. I was wondering how much she had to hyzer around this tree, and I think the answer is a lot.
That's the number 1 circle 2 putter in the field, folks.
Yeah, look at these raindrops in this slow motion also, or the basket.
Yeah,
with
can
little
we
water
please
droplets.
get a screen grab of that? We all want the poster.
Wow, to go 7 down. And the sun's peeking out too.
Wow, 25% of the field got this one. I feel like
That's great.
This is a tough birdie.
Yeah, I think it's better than the hole last year,
Yeah.
though, for sure.
Definitely
more gettable. A lot of great changes out here at Brewster.
Missy gonna get that birdie as well.
Yeah, moves to 3 down on the round.
Paige just laying up.
Own, not the most confident looking bogey putt there, but she's in.
Oh, rough day. Not at Worlds. We want to all have perfect rounds at Worlds.
Yeah.
7 down, just adding another stick to this major event. Hole 15. 325 feet. You have to get over this wall because it does play like an island. The entire fairway and green slopes downhill from right to left, going towards that out-of-bounds wall that wraps around the left side of the green and behind it. This green's pretty tough to access. A straight mid, a straighter fairway, anything that comes in kind of soft but does have that gentle fade is going to give you a putt.
This is another great change, I think. This used to play as one of the toughest holes from the MPO tee pad. This is the first time we've played this shortened tee pad, and it's definitely a much more fair shot. Kristin, early left. Is she in?
I think so. That's a pretty brutal place to land because there's a wall of trees that you almost have to throw up and over.
Yeah, that's where the drop zone is. It is one of the more punishing drop zones we have on tour, I think. Missy just bouncing around out there. Yeah, she's fine.
Just kick into the center fairway. Early right is rough. Early left is rough. You really just have to hit this fairway.
Yeah. But before, I don't think we almost never saw birdies on it. Yep. And now you can at least think about it. Entertain the idea.
Yeah, it's still in the top 5 most difficult holes, but 31% of the field getting a birdie.
Nice. Paige is entertaining the idea. She's in circle 2.
Oh, and of course, the forehand on the backhand line.
Clearly.
And that's really all you need. Oh, man. I thought that was perfect.
There's a lot of trees over there. But
I thought she was short of them. Dang.
And yeah, this is kind of a weird shot. I really like the turnover sidearm to get all the way there. It's very touchy though. And obviously Kristin Tattar is going to put it in the bullseye.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really hard to get the backhand there.
Yeah. It's so steep.
That forehand angle is, you cannot be off at all or you're going to roll it or hyzer out. That was impressive.
And very quickly find out of bounds if you throw something fast. A nice little approach from Missy. Own with a little bit more room to work than I thought. She's just going to chip a hyzer into the green.
It's a little bit of a skip, but she is inside the circle. Paige Shue, only look for a 2 on the card. I liked it. Good run.
Oh, and getting that par. Really nice scramble.
Man, a sad own just makes me sadder than most things.
No.
Oh, Missy. Looked like that tree was definitely in her way on that par putt.
So weird when you have a tree on the left side and then you miss left. How did I do that?
Right.
What a nice scramble from Kristin for her par as well. This hole had the most double bogeys of the day. But still a ton of birdies out on hole 15.
Hole 16, another downhill hole, par 3, 385. Forehand, definitely the play if you have it, I think. Turnover backhand works. I would say it's probably a mid-range. OB rock wall all the way on the left side. Obviously the worst mistake you can make there. The biggest gap is probably to the left of where the drone flew. That's why I think it shapes up really nice for a sidearm. And yeah, there's kind of a lot of guardian trees protecting the green. As long as you hit kind of the initial gap and stay in bounds, you're hoping for a birdie, but you hit a lot of these trees sometimes and you just have to be okay with it. Kristin gets most of the way down there.
It's one of the only holes where it's a little bit of a poke and hope kind of.
Just a bit.
Just because you can't really see any of the gaps, but there are pure lines, so I don't want to call it a full on.
Yeah, and I think the best one's the forehand.
Yep, definitely.
Paige a little bit late on her backhand turnover. I think she got just a bit caught up on that corner. On working that stable Star Destroyer gets a look at birdie. Missy choosing to go backhand. It's a little bit low, but a solid line. And what a skip. I thought I was going to burn into the ground a little bit early, but friendly little skip to circle 2, it looks like.
Paige gonna take this little skinny gap, it looks like. Love that. Unfortunately, a little tree branch hyzers her out early. She'll have a very long look to save par. Kristin, all she has to do is shoot this downhill. It's very steep, so she's just jump putting it.
Ooh. The rare yank from Kristin Tattar. Happens to all of us.
That's a long way to jump putt.
Yeah, that's like the enemy distance, I think.
Yes.
It's right in between a throw and a jump putt. Maybe you don't commit to either.
And it's especially an enemy distance downhill. Like
yeah.
Throwing that shot, you could so easily skip off these wood chips.
Own finding trouble, too. Catches an early tree on her approach. Missy floats one down there for an easy par.
This played is the 5th most difficult hole of the day, with only 18% of the 40 competitors taking birdies.
Kristin showing us that she does occasionally make mistakes. Going to take her first bogey of the round here on the 16th.
Only one person parked this hole. And only a quarter got to circle 1.
Paige gives that one a good bid. Gonna come up short there. Own for her par putt. Kind of fluffs that one.
Yeah, a little floaty bid. Not quite trusting the putt, it looks like right now.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was a lot of chains.
This is a rough one to double bogey for Paige. Not even going out of bounds.
Man.
Yep, Kristin with the bogey. Missy, the only par on the card. Own with the bogey as well.
Back 9 turning out to be a bit of a struggle out here.
Kristin still leading the way at 6 down. Allie Smith solo second at 4 down. Valerie Mandujano and Stacy Ronsley tied for third.
Hole 17, the 3rd most difficult hole of the day. Another little zigzag hole. This is another one that requires 2 super technical shots, but it is reachable by any person in the field. So you want to try to get this birdie. First, you have to throw your backhand tee shot straight or around this corner as far as you feel like attacking. The further you try to go, the higher risk it is, and the harder it is to probably access this green with errors. Being left side makes it almost impossible to get up and down, but there are a few gaps over there. Early right is also so tough to even recover a par.
Missy, this hole was made for a thrasher, I think.
I agree.
Oh, she does get a friendly little kick, though. I think it was going to be good regardless, but
it was going to get way down there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's going to be a little bit pinched left side without that tree. That's all. Look how, nice it looks now.
It is sunny, but also...
It looks nice. Ooh.
Yeah, it was sunny, but I swear it was probably it felt like 85 degrees.
Kristin, she working that right side? That's strange.
I don't know if that was on purpose.
No, it wasn't, but
there might
she's over there.
Yeah, there might be a gap.
It's kind of strange over there.
It is strange. It's a weird angle to the green.
Own landing in this ditch, which is such a common landing area. It's a casual little creek in there. Not too hard to get your par, but very difficult to get a birdie from there.
Paige attacking the corner. Look at that nice, gentle hyzer flip.
An ESP crank, and she's a little on that left side. I think she'll be able to maybe get there for a look for birdie.
Own just chipping out to the middle. That's about all you can do here. This plate is the 3rd most difficult hole of the day, mostly because these tee shots can land in such weird places.
It's weird, though, because if you land center cut, it's a pretty easy birdie.
Yes.
Look at Missy. Gotta give LL Bean a huge shout out. Really cool to have them be a part of disc golf. Check them out, guys.
Yeah, make sure this weekend to go buy LL Bean stuff. It really will help out the sport as a whole.
I did not know that little creek turned into a cliff.
Yeah, it was like a massive gully.
15 feet. I mean, I know Paige Shue is small, but I didn't think it was that steep over there.
Me neither. Oh, wow. Nice little recovery shot from Kristin. Circle's edge. This green is pretty brutally guarded by those cedar trees with low-hanging branches. So if you're short side, it can be tough to get a putt.
This is also the shortest basket on tour.
It's like a little
baby.
protected mini little hobbit hole.
And with a solid upshot there. Paige just chips one up for an easy par. I still can't believe her second shot of that strange gully. Yes, Missy.
Way to go. Jomez, too. One of only 7 birdies on the day.
Fantastic.
Missy finishing.
She's grabbing it now. And now she's leaving. Kristin, for one of the more odd birdie looks we will maybe ever see, playing that right side. And she does it. And that's to get back to 7 down, yeah.
Style points.
Sure. Oh, I'm just going to tap in a par over there.
And Paige tapping in her par as well. More slow-mo hugs. Everyone having a great round. We're all excited to be at Brewster, even if it does rain so hard, so unbelievably hard, into all the mud puddles.
Wrapping it up, hole 18, another change. You can take the left gap. It was kind of a flip up, like hyzer flip, I guess, to straight, or you can go out and around where the old pin used to be on the right there over that bush, and then try to skip where the old pin was, and then skip towards this elevated basket. Pretty difficult to reach. I do think it's a better hole than the original, but it's still very hard to birdie.
It's bizarre because they moved it back probably like 60 or 80 feet, and back and to the left. And for some reason, like, I can get a putt inside circle 2 consistently, but I couldn't reach the old basket. Like, there's something weird about this whole the
some
angle.
Sort of vortex.
Yeah,
sure.
It makes it easier to get there, but it is very difficult to access circle 1.
It is. Yeah. Missy trying to go out and around. I think that it's easier to get a putt if you take the left side, but if you mess that shot up, the risks are higher. So we're going to see a lot of these hyzers out and around.
Yeah, only 13% of the field got to circle 1, whereas 44 got to circle 2. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Kristin Tattar. Orbit Rive.
I like
nice,
that little
wide,
cheeky
tall
smile we
hyzer.
just got.
Oh, and trying to work the left side gets some action. She's fine. And it's good to see her smile after a tough round. Paige a little inside with this ESP nuke, but she gets to, looks like, near circle 2.
The gaps once you get to the green are so small. You're hoping to hit one, but there's not really one dominant one that you're set on.
Yeah, that's true.
Once you get down past that main bush.
Yeah, Paige with a great shot. Oh, and I keep doing that. They're both wearing black. They're
All
both
black.
the same exact height. I'm sleepy. I apologize, folks.
It was a long day in the rain. Paige with a nice chip up.
That's Missy Gannon, right?
Missy Gannon chipping up as well. Kristin with the birdie look.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just going to finish the round like that.
Yeah. 8 down. No big deal. That was probably one of the most interesting smiles I've seen from Kristin after her drive.
There was only 6 birdies on the day, too, so that's probably why she's smiling. She's like, yeah, this is a tough one.
Got it.
And I'm going to stack it on 7 other ones.
Yeah.
So kind of a brutal round 1 of Worlds.
Yeah.
Everyone maintained.
And we're just going to check in here with Valerie Mandujano.
5 down with some hiccups. She got a lot of birdies on the front 9.
Wow, what a shot. This is hole 16, which we called a forehand hole. So, of course, she's going to just go perfect backhand turnover park
so
job.
she was the one person that parked it.
Yeah, she is. Glad we got to see it.
Yes,
Looks
Valerie.
like that gets her to 4 down through 16. Well, let's just watch her finish out, folks. Beautiful. That is exactly how you do that drive.
A little early, but it looks like it might filter through enough where she has a putt.
Yeah, there's that one gap on that corner. That it's funny, a weird amount of people end up going through this tiny little gap.
Haley says she actually aims there.
I know. Yeah.
And what a birdie. 2 in a row.
I have a feeling here about 18.
Oh, we're going to watch 18 too?
I have a feeling we are, and I have a feeling what's going to happen.
Oh.
Let's see it.
No way. How deep is she?
I didn't know. I did not know that she had that big of a putt to go turkey finish. Birdie, birdie, birdie.
And
5 down.
With a 50-footer on an elevated basket. Let's go.
What a way to finish it up. Kristin Tattar surprising no one. Solo first, 8 down, hot round of the day. Valerie Mandujano, 5 down with those 3 birdies at the end. Kat Murch is going to join us on the lead card, solo third, 4 down. And Missy Gannon staying on the lead card. She's tied for 4th with Stacy Ronsley.
Looks like to be in the top 10 under par will get you there. We see a slew of -2s, a big tie at -1.
Maybe a hot goose in that tie for 9th.
Honk.
Yeah, it was an interesting day for sure, and great to see some of the women persevere. Tough to see Owen having some struggles there with an injury. Paige Shue inches away from a decent round as disc golf happens.
So tomorrow we play at Fox Run. These top 40 competitors play at Fox Run. The 3rd round we have a pool reshuffling, and the players that played in the D pool get switched around with the C pool, and then we go back to Brewster Ridge, I think for round 3.
Sure.
But
sounds right.
Yeah, so we still have 4 more rounds with a cut after round 4. We have a pool reshuffle, so we have lots of stuff to do this week. Also, we have a lot of sunshine, so
looking forward to it.
Yeah, come and hang out with us. We're going to try to get some more sleep tonight.
We are.
And I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're 2 tired geese.
Honk.
Honk.